We need it all. Energy, laughter. Hi, everybody. Oh, Lord. Thank you so much. They'll say hello to the world. We got a big audience out here. Yes. Well, this is health and wellness time, and we all look kind of healthy here.
Yeah.
Look at all these pretty colors. Everybody looking all wealthy. I just,
I'll take that too.
I like to thank everyone for coming and enjoying us. My lips are. I'm just so from
part one.
From part one. If you didn't see part one, go to YouTube and see part one.
Yeah,
because it was awesome.
Oh my God.
I'm almost trembling. We had such royalty in the house.
Yeah.
We had such awesome stories of recovery and how with God you can do anything.
Oh my God. Was that a testimony
That
or
was
what?
a testimony.
That was a testimony.
That's what I'm talking about. That's your health.
Yes.
And that will create your wealth. You just got to believe. You just got to believe and trust.
Yeah.
And believe in your. Just believe in God, but believe in yourself.
Yeah, don't let
because
your past define
that's
you.
right.
That's it.
It won't.
That's
Your
it.
past should not define you.
stepping stone.
And just keep going and
That's
just believing and sometimes we have to quiet ourselves. Sometimes we
Sit
do have to
still
be
for
in
a
a
moment.
quiet
Yes.
place.
Sit
That
still.
gentleman had to be in a quiet place to go where he's going now.
Yeah.
And that's what we
Amazing.
all have to do every now and then. If it means just going in that closet, just stand
Sitting
there for a
still.
minute, sitting still. I guess that's where the yoga and the meditation. I haven't learned meditation really, and I want to bring someone on for meditation
Awesome.
because I think it's something that we all need to do because we're all overachievers.
Right.
We're all trying to do 10 things at one time, and so much going on in the
Up,
mind.
come
So you have
down.
to calm your mind down.
Yes.
I take this wonderful hemp oil here to calm me down.
Yeah, me too,
I
Linda.
prime my body, and she does too. I'm telling you,
It makes a
God
difference.
has sent us what we need.
But
And
also, I was going to say, God sends us, meditation, but He sends us the beach.
He sends
us the
Oh,
forest.
yes.
It
I'm
sends
on
us
my way to
park.
the beach,
That's true.
guys.
See,
But
that's
I'm-
true.
When I'm leaving, that is my peace.
Yes.
I had an experience at Virginia Beach many years ago, and I saw a friend of mine in the ocean. It was a whole bunch of us partying for the weekend. We used to be a Virginia Beach crew. We used to go every year around October, when everybody else is gone. And they were out in the ocean, and I was just observing how this friend of mine, Eddie, he was just a speck in that ocean. And I just was taken aback because that's all we are, a speck. And not even a drop, a speck in the ocean. So, that's why from that point on, I knew we have no power.
No.
We have no power. God, nobody has power more than that.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
so that's why every year for my birthday's in a couple of weeks,
Oh,
I go
okay.
to the water.
That's right.
I have to pray. I have to get in it. I have to feel it,
Yes.
because from that moment on, I realized how powerful God was. We are a speck. Check it out.
right.
Let's look at somebody when they go out there. You don't see it. It's like, boom, yeah.
But in the airplane.
On the
You look up
airplane.
high.
Oh, only God can keep us up there. So
Yeah,
trust
sure.
me.
But when you look down,
Yeah.
Talk about
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
You talk about respect. I look at the clouds and I know there's a God when I'm up there because it's like, ooh, you're right. You see the clouds and you're in the clouds and you're in and out and you trust that you will arrive safely. That's all
yeah.
you can do. But anyway, moving right along, I want to introduce all my guests. We have some awesome guests today, and these are all
Yeah.
friends. I have my
Sisters.
sorority sister
Sisters,
here.
yes.
I'm going to start at the end. This is Deidre Choice. I'm a member of Gamma Phi Delta sorority, and to say, out of Detroit, Michigan. They just come back from Boulé. I miss Boulé. I've been working too much. But Deidre's here to give you some information on kidneys. On the Kidney Foundation. She's going to tell you a little bit, tell you who you are.
Yes.
And give us just a snippet, and then we'll have everyone to introduce themselves.
Yes. I was diagnosed with kidney disease a year ago. So I am now on dialysis. It's been a struggle, but fortunately, I'm going through, and actually I'm in a study with John Hopkins. So I've learned a lot about it. And I've learned through Living Donor app, you can live longer through getting a donor from a living kidney, because from a deceased donor, kidney only lasts 7 years. But with a living donor, you can live 15 to 20 years. So it's to your advantage if you can find a living donor. And the advantages of a living donor is that you can live with one kidney, and you're 90% to 100%, that person will not need a kidney. And if a chance that they will need a kidney, they will be put at the top of the list.
Oh, right.
Yes, and the procedure is they will only be in the hospital for like a couple days to a week. They have no financial cost. My insurance will pick up all the expenses.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The travel expenses, if you have to travel out of town, they pick up all the travel expenses. And it's a very good program. So I've been educated, and, you know, I was very blind. I'm sure a lot of people are. I mean, I was not even educated on, until I became educated, I was not a donor. Now I am a donor.
So we see the importance
Yeah.
of donor. Of being
You
a
have a
donor.
tendency to appreciate.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
appreciate
Yes.
till you
And
really,
you don't
really
know
need
until,
it. Right.
you know. So I educate people now the importance of donating organs, of saving lives, you know,
Right.
because it is
That
important
is
of
awesome.
saving lives.
Okay, we're going to, not to cut you short, we're going to go to Peggy.
Oh, I'm just sitting in because this is.
Peggy's sitting in, and Peggy is
I'm always learning.
president of
okay?
Sister for Sister
Learning.
Network. And these are my other sister, Sora, mother Sora.
It is like a
So we're like
sorority.
a sorority. It really
Yes,
is.
it
is.
And,
Sisters,
and so
yeah.
I just want to honor our president, Peggy, who brought us here for this platform so that we can educate each other, educate the community.
Yeah.
And I just love the
Yeah.
fact that once a month we can talk about health and
and
wellness. So
Yeah.
Peggy Morris, that's who she, everybody give her a hand.
Peggy.
Peggy, she made all of this happen and continues to make things happen. And we all are members of Sister for Sister Network.
Yeah.
All right. And I have a network sister here, Florence.
Yes, I'm Florence Champagne, and I'm here to talk about
just love
heart
that color.
disease.
Look at that red.
Oh yeah, I have to represent. Red is the color for heart disease awareness, and I'm here to talk about that today. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States. Over 600,000 people, Americans, die annually from heart disease. And guess who's at the top of the list? African American women. So I'm here to talk about that and my experiences with heart disease and some upcoming events that we have going on.
Thank you. And I have my other sister here, Sister
Kathy,
Kathy.
Kathy.
Lord, we
Yeah.
can- I'm gonna have a name for Kathy. Because Southeast, she got Southeast on it, but dependable Kathy.
That's
Kathy
right.
always depend on
That is
Kathy.
my main
Kathy-
girl.
This is our main sister here.
Yes.
She will pitch in
She
a
is
heartbeat.
always
So
there.
We love her.
Always.
Kathy, tell us about what you do.
Okay. My name is Kathy, and I have an organization called Serving Women Across Generations. So it's a nonprofit female organization that reaches out to all generations. And the goal is just to let you know that you're not alone. If you're going through a situation, believe me, there's somebody else who's had the same situation as well.
That's
so
right.
I spend most of my time with that, and I believe in health and wellness. I'm on the committee, too, with Linda, and I teach aquaspin, which is
that's what I wanted to
it's
get
my
into.
favorite thing of form of exercise is you're in the water, and it just comes up to your chest area. so your hair doesn't get wet and you're spinning. You're not on a stationary bike and you're spinning.
We all worried about that hair.
Yeah, we worry about the hair. But to me, why I love Aquaspin so much is for any type of person. If you're really heavy, if you're not really heavy, if you're not a person that's an athlete, you just get in that water and get on the bike and just spin. Do what you can. Mm-hmm. The water cools you down. The water also pushes your joints through, so you're not hurting your joints, but you're still sweating. You're still getting a workout. And also, it massages you as far as like cellulite. So it's just so many positive aspects. And I just love it. I've just found something that I love, and I definitely want to share it with everyone.
I also want to share a little tidbit. She's was it a sit-up? Was it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. A crunch champion. Yeah. A sit-up champion. How many sit-ups can you do?
Yes, I did 204 sit-ups. Without stopping.
Hey, girl.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the gentleman in the house said 300.
Oh,
okay. You're catching up.
Yeah.
Oh, he said 3.
Okay, you got a whole bunch more to go now.
But I just want to say that had to do with having a goal. That was a goal that I had to get a gold medal. I put it on my vision board for 2018, and that was my goal, and that's what I worked towards.
Go ahead, Kathy.
You got to have goals.
You got to have goals.
That's
Well, let me just kind of tell you my story, just a little bit, and how I got into, or I've always been into health and wellness in my mind. When I was a little girl, I used to, how you have the encyclopedias?
Yeah.
A through Z. Well,
Yeah.
H was always my favorite book. And the reason why it was my favorite book is because it had the human body in it.
Yes,
You remember the
I
old
remember
world
that.
book? And you had this. You
It had the overlay.
The cellophane
Yeah.
page. So y'all dating yourself. But yeah, that's what we had. But that was
I
my
loved it too, Linda.
that was my favorite book, and that's because I just sit in my room. I have no sisters and brothers, guys. I'm an only child, so I needed
You
stuff
need some
to keep.
sisters, right.
I needed sisters. That's why I have so many, and I just needed in that room. I just needed something to help me, talk to me, whatever. But that book talked to me. And I would look at all the organs and flip it and everything. And I was always amazed by that. And I didn't know, so I've always been a person to be conscious of health because of that, I think, in the back of my mind. But it took me about 10 years ago to actually, it was during the time my mom passed, and I was going through the process of that just before. And I think I got really depressed, and I wasn't eating right, and I was living by myself. And next thing I know, I was getting ready to move, and I was feeling pain. I was going to work, and these are the signs start happening. All of a sudden, I couldn't hardly make it around the corner from my car to where I worked. But I noticed that as I got closer to the door, everything was okay. And the rest of the day, I could walk, I could jog my mile or whatever, Well, come to find out, I knew something was wrong, and I realized that my blood is not going to my heart. Because, you have to listen to your body.
Right.
And that's what I always do. I listen to my body. That's your engine light. So eventually, and, some HMOs, I was at Kaiser at the time, and I kept telling them something was wrong. They kept saying, well, the what they do, the electrocardiogram.
Echocardiogram.
The electrocardiogram, there was nothing wrong with my heart. Okay, but something is wrong.
Something's going on.
Something is wrong because, well, just wait till it happens. If it happens again, I might not
Might be too
here.
late,
Okay,
yeah.
so you got to listen to your body. So I end up changing my health, because I even asked them for a stress test. I wanted to get on it. My girlfriend told me, oh yeah, I get on the treadmill and I get a stress test.
Yeah.
I wanted that, and they said, okay, well, no, you don't. They didn't want to give it as a physical.
Oh,
I
you
thought that was
kidding.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So I changed, and I went to Blue Cross Blue Shield. I got me a primary care doctor, and the first thing I told him, I said, I want to see a cardiologist. And sure enough, I went to that cardiologist, and then about a week later, after all those tests had been run, I was in the hospital.
Wow.
I was in the hospital, and they were putting a stent in my artery. Oh, wow. So, you really have to watch your body.
Yeah,
You have to watch
listen
what
to-
you say.
Absolutely.
Listen to your
Listen to
body.
the body.
If you can't make it up the steps, there's a reason.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
There's a reason you used to run up the steps. You should still be able to run up
Right.
those steps,
Right.
or at least walk without huffing and puffing.
Right.
So we have to stop saying, "Oh, I'm just getting old." Well, I'm
Yeah.
getting old too. You know, I'm past the 6'0", past the 6'5", and I'm rolling. You know, so I believe that if we take care of ourselves, we will live longer, and if we eat right, we will live longer. Okay, so that's my story. I decided I wasn't going to take those all those drugs they gave me. They gave me blood thinners. I said, I feared I was going to get in an accident or I cut myself and bleed to death. I said, no, I can't do this. So I took myself off of all of those things.
heard
And then I
that. I
started
heard that.
eating, and I found this book called Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease by Dr. Cardwell Esselstyn. And from that point on, they had 150 recipes, and that's what I did. And that
Wonderful.
following year, I lost I lost 50 pounds. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't have to exercise. All I had to do was eat right. I took 5 things out of my diet.
Wow.
No eggs, no oil, no meat, no dairy, no fish. 5 things.
Really?
And it saved my life.
And that's all the stuff
And
I
I'm here
like
to
to
tell
eat.
you, it can
Lord.
happen to all of us. And really, those 5 things, and you just learn how to cook and eat differently.
Right.
That's
Linda, I think
right.
we got somebody on the line.
Oh, is somebody on the line?
Hi, yes, it's Lakeisha Boyd Moore with the Alzheimer's Association.
Lakeisha.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Lakeisha. Oh, yeah. How you doing? You're doing some R&R, I understand.
Well, I'm actually still on the road, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity. We got a late start this morning, but
Okay.
we're heading down to Williamsburg.
All right, on your way. Then that's something that we all need. We need R&R.
Yeah,
and I'm on my
yeah.
way to Williamsburg next week as well, and to Virginia Beach. So, but I asked Lakeisha to call. 'Cause, Lakeisha is a part of an Alzheimer's organization. Is it your organization, or you're a part of the big organization?
I'm a part of the National Capital Area chapter, which is part of the National Alzheimer's Association. Our chapter serves Northern Virginia, D.C., and the 5 counties in Maryland.
Okay. And we know in our community, there's a lot of Alzheimer's
Yeah.
going on. And to me,
More prevalent than
it's
ever.
more prevalent. Our seniors, our moms, our dads, it's really heartbreaking, when you have a family member or friend that has Alzheimer's and dementia, So can you give us some information, please?
Absolutely. Right now, according to our latest facts and figures, the state of Maryland projects that we have over 100,000 people living with Alzheimer's.
Wow.
That's just in the state of Maryland. For every person that's diagnosed and living with Alzheimer's, on average, they require about 3 caregivers. So this thing definitely impacts not only individuals who are diagnosed, but their families, their communities as well. So it's something that we all want to be made aware of, what the signs and symptoms are, and then have a care plan to direct a course of action on how to provide care for your loved ones. And that's what we do at the Alzheimer's Association. We provide education for caregivers.
Right.
We are the 3rd largest funder for research. We're only 3rd to the federal government and China.
Oh,
Those are the
wow.
only
That's
other
awesome.
entities
That's awesome.
that do more than we do. Yes.
Wow. Could you give us a couple of signs that we should
Absolutely.
look for in our loved ones?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We do a class called Know the 10 Signs that gives you a very detailed breakdown. But some of the signs, I always tell people, if it's an action that disrupts your daily life, your daily routine, that's something to be concerned about. Because some of the 10 signs are things that we may do just in the course of a day, like forgetting where we placed our keys.
Yeah.
But a normal part of aging or a normal part of life is we'll be able to retrace those steps. Someone with Alzheimer's or dementia may not be able to retrace those steps. They may forget things that were usually routine and common to them. For instance, how to get to work or how to prepare a meal that they've been preparing for 50 years. So if it's a disruption of their daily activities, we often hear people who are wandering and they forget how to get home or forget how to go somewhere that's routine. That's a concern.
Yes, And we all should be looking at those signs. When you said those keys, I'm forever losing my keys.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
so
Absolutely.
you know, but it's very serious, especially when a person has Alzheimer's and they're out and about. That's when we really have to worry.
Yeah.
I've heard of so
Yeah.
many cases of our loved ones that have gone out and really have gotten lost.
Yeah.
And it brought to mind Bev Smith. I had just that wonderful
Yeah.
the chef, and how at this time
she
she's
went through.
suffering it right now with Alzheimer's, and it was heartbreaking because I remember, you know, meeting her, and I have her book, and you know, and just to think the next time you see this person, you're reading about the what she's going through, her and her husband. So it can happen to anybody. It can happen to any of us. I have another friend of mine, loved one, whose mother had Alzheimer's, and you know, you have to stick by them. You worry, you have to keep them safe.
Yeah.
The most importantly, you have to keep them safe from themselves. So thank you so much,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lakeisha,
absolutely.
for calling in. Anything you
Thank
want
you.
to?
Is
Anything
there a
else you want?
walk? Didn't I hear
Yeah,
something?
did
about
you
a
have
walk?
something that's coming
Yes.
up?
We do. I'm glad you mentioned that. We have 7 walks in our chapter, but the walk that is three walks are coming up in Maryland. But our largest Maryland walk is Prince George's, which is going to be September 29th
Okay.
at the National Harbor.
Yeah.
We're really excited about this walk because, just to give you a little history, we started this walk back in Prince George's in 2014. And the walk has grown. We were walking at the Bowie Bay Sox. Now we're at the National Harbor. And we're looking for even more walkers to join us in this fight because as a direct result of the walk, we've been able to gain more resources in Prince George's. We've been able to introduce more support groups, memory cafes, more open public education programs. We have an office in Prince George's located in Lanham.
That's
so those
our
are things
office.
that are right in Lanham, right down the hall for you ladies. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
That's us. And we're thrilled to be able to offer that in the community, and that's a direct result of the walk. The walk is our largest fundraiser and awareness effort. So we encourage your listeners to join us on September 29th at the National Harbor. And all you have to do is go online and register at alz.org/walk. Once again, that's alz.org/walk. And you pull up the National Harbor or Oxford Hill location, and you can register yourself or a team, and we'd be happy to greet you there. And I tell you, this walk is high energy, lots of fun, and you don't want to miss it.
All right, we look forward. Thank you so much for taking time. And I believe Terry introduced you to us, Terry Tabor.
Terry Tabor.
Yes, Terry
Yes.
has her team going, and they're
I'm on that
excited,
team.
and we're excited to have them. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you
support.
so much, and you have an awesome mini vacation, and have a safe trip.
Thank you. You ladies take care, and I'll see you at the walk.
Okay, we'll see you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Thank you. That's great. Unless you could call in.
Yeah,
We'll take a
good job.
break. We'll take a little
Yeah.
short break, and we'll come right back, and we're going to talk to you some more about health and wellness and how we can help our community, especially our families.
I don't wanna lose this good life, but I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this, I'm lonely whenever you're around. Hey, I'm lonely whenever you're around. Ow. Down, 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 whenever you're around.
Hello, everybody. The VoxWave.com and the Lakeisha Brown Foundation is putting on a benefit concert on the Honesty, bringing awareness to domestic violence. We want to thank our big sponsor, which is Creative Bodies. We have DJ Drew who will be on the boat. We have Prima, Songbird. We also have Oscar D, who's going to be doing some live performances. Plenty of food. It's a brunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, September 29th. We don't want you to miss it. Early bird specials. Tickets are $115. Early bird special. Please come to this event. Buy your tickets right now. It's Vox Wave, baby.
All right. All right, we're back. Come on, y'all.
Get that energy up.
All right.
Yeah. Woo. Okay, well, I'd like to thank Lakeisha for that
wonderful
information
That was
and just tuning in to us. And Lakeisha, she's going to be in-house with us on another month on doing health and wellness. So right now we're going to turn to Deidre. Deidre, let us know how we can help you.
Yes, you get in contact with John Hopkins Comprehensive Transplant Live Donor Office at 410-614-9345.
Repeat that again, please.
410-614-9345 or www.livedonorchampion.org for Deidre Choice.
I used to live right down the street from John Hopkins Hospital.
Yeah.
About 4 blocks away.
Oh, okay.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Awesome.
So that's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, my sister needs a kidney, and we're putting it out there for help. If you are a donor, or you want to be a donor,
yeah.
we can help our community, and we need to help our community. Our sister here, I love her dearly, and so. I was going to bring in. Hopefully, we can bring you back. Hopefully, we'll get a donor right away. But if not, we'd like to bring you back, and I will bring a friend of mine, and that I haven't seen in many years. But he gave his, I believe his sister a kidney. And he's fine now. Yeah, and this was when we were very young. So and
with
he's
technology.
I know
and
that was over 20
That's
years
great.
ago, if not 30 years ago, and he's doing well. He's awesome. So I know that by giving a living kidney, you would be awesome. Your health will improve.
I guess my question is, what is the requirement? What is it that if I wanted to be a donor, what are the requirements?
They do testing, and actually, if you're not a match for me, they have a swap program. You may not be a match for me, but you could be a match for somebody else.
Oh, okay.
And that's the good part about it. Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Deidre, for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll have you
Thank
back,
you.
and we will be announcing it on our health and wellness program
appreciate it. Thank
every
you so
single
much.
week. We will
Good
do.
job.
We're going to keep it out there, right, Peggy?
That's right.
We're going to keep it out there. We got to help our sister.
That's right.
Okay, Florence.
Okay. As you know, or some of you know, that I suffered a heart attack in 2012. And leading up to that, I would feel like a sensation in my jaw. I would feel shortness of breath, tiredness, but my symptoms were kind of vague. They weren't really like, the stabbing chest pains like some people get. So I went back and forth to the ER. Each time I couldn't breathe, and I was basically sent home. They would lower my blood pressure because my pressure was unusually high at the time. This went on for about a year. And what was happening is it was becoming progressively worse over time. So I finally met a cardiologist, and you mentioned that you really do need a specialist.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
When you're at that point. I didn't know it though.
Me either.
At the time, I didn't have health insurance either, so that was a factor in me receiving treatment or the proper diagnostic testing. But when I did meet that cardiologist, he said, let me ask you a question. What type of insurance do you have? And I said, well, I don't have any. And he said, that's why you haven't received the proper diagnostic testing.
That's
He said,
it.
let me find a way to get it done and come back and see me in about a week. So within that time frame, I ended up on the floor, could not breathe, and I was actually in the same building where Sisters for Sisters Network is now
Sure
housed
did.
today.
That's what you were saying.
Wow.
And I called that cardiologist, and he said, well, where are you now? And I let him know, and he said, well, go to the nearest ER. And I said, I'm not going back there. The last time I was there, they told me to seek counseling, as if the pain was all in my head. So he said, all right, and he led me to a colleague of his, another cardiologist. And what he did was a cardiac catheterization. And that's when they inject dye in your system to see if there's any blockage anywhere. As soon as they did that, they were rushing me off to the operating room saying, we have to perform an emergency open heart surgery or you're not going to make it. My main artery, my LAD, they call it the Widowmaker, was 99.9% blocked.
My goodness.
And I thank God for that, meeting that cardiologist and sparing my life to tell my story.
That's right.
I believe God gave me a second chance, and I found purpose through my pain. And that is through the foundation that I started, the Open My Heart Foundation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and what we do is help not only support, but we educate other women on heart disease awareness. We advocate for them. I didn't realize it, but there's this huge disparity amongst African American women and receiving treatment and being taken seriously by other cardiologists. And I've had other cardiologists tell me this. And we will have some cardiologists at our upcoming Heart Health Fair, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more. But some of the risk factors I want to talk about that may lead up to heart disease are hereditary. It could be in our family.
In the family, yeah.
We have a family history of heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. We should know those things. And we should be aware of it because, you know, I really wasn't fully aware of it when I went in to see the doctor. And afterwards, I thought about all of these. The amount of stress that we take in.
Every day.
We have to reduce the amount of stress that we have in our lives. Our sedentary lifestyle. Kathy, I applaud you for what you do, and I'm going to get with you about that water aerobics. But since then, I have been exercising more. I've been going to yoga class.
Oh, good.
I do a workout with Candace Camille, and she will work you out.
Oh, that sister will work you.
Yes, she will. You know she
Candace.
will. And diet. We have to talk about our diet.
That's most important.
We have to talk about a healthier lifestyle as far as eating and eliminating that animal fat that you talk about. And get more greens, fruits, and vegetables in our diets.
We don't realize that all of those things, especially that protein, builds up in our arteries, and that's what we have to learn.
Exactly.
That's why you take out the meat, because it has a lot of protein.
Proteins in it,
and so many things that we eat have oil in it, and it all coats your arteries. It keeps coating, we love that mac and cheese. It keeps coating, it keeps coating.
That mac and cheese is a killer,
that's
though.
the killer.
It is a killer.
It is.
And I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this, but the doctor explained to me about the blockage in my artery and how it builds up like plaque. Plaque builds up on your teeth.
It's on your teeth.
It's so hard. It gets so hard over time. So we all might have a certain percentage of blockage in our arteries, but it's how much. And if it builds up over time, 20, 30, 40 years, you know, we got to take a look at that and know our levels. So what we do, we have monthly support groups for survivors of heart attacks and strokes. And we also have some events coming up. we have a fundraiser coming up. And people will have the opportunity to participate. It's you can go on our website, and what we have as a giveaway is a 2-night stay at the Canopy Hotel, which is a new hotel right at the wharf in D.C. In D.C.
I'm going there tonight. I mean, not to that hotel, but I'm going to a birthday party.
Yeah,
surprise birthday party right
so
down
this
there.
this is good. You can go on our website for more information.
Okay.
And we have a heart health fair coming up October the 6th at Prince George's Community College, where we'll have a panelist of experts. We'll have some line dancing. We'll have some heart healthy
That's
food.
going to be a celebration. That's my mom's birthday, so that's going to be
Okay.
all right. That's going to be
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Because she had congestive heart failure.
Oh, really?
You know, but that's not how she passed. But because she lived with it for years, and you would have never known. And she started. I'll never forget. She started bowling at 80. So you know,
Good for her.
that's why I just
Good
know
for
that
her.
I got to be here. And she passed at 95.
Oh, really?
94. So
Oh,
94.
that's
great.
So
Good.
you know, so she
lived
she
a
was
long
healthy.
life.
You know, so you know we
Yeah.
can take. We have to take care
Care
of. That's why I know
ourselves.
I got to take care of myself because I said I want to be 95 at least. I
Right,
gotta be
right.
mom.
We
I gotta
gotta
be mom.
take care of
So,
ourselves.
But I
We
want
got
to
to.
thank you so much, all of you
Yeah.
ladies,
You're
and we got our
welcome.
gentleman is about to come on before we leave here. You,
Tell
he's
them
just
where to go.
enjoying. We're gonna give us some information on where to go, and we're
Okay.
gonna.
Okay, so all you have to do is go to our website, www.openmyheartfoundation.org. You have to include the foundation
Found
part.
it. Repeat that again, so that I-
www.openmyheartfoundation.org.
I love that name.
We cannot do this without donor support, so please click on that donate button and register to be in our raffle drawing. We will have the announcement at on September the 30th at Overdue Recognition.
Oh,
So
okay.
we will
Right.
announce
Fashion
we will
show.
announce the winner at that time.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you. Good.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
everybody.
much for having me, guys.
We're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Right.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end. Forgiving each other, letting love cover. Always sisters, always friends. We have to live in harmony, even though we may disagree. 'Cause fighting each other is not the answer. Sharing the grace is good. Let's be enriched with peace and love. Having compassion from above. Never forsaking, just understanding. Ain't that what families are made of?
All right, ladies. Woo! Well, we
got a brother up in the house
Got the
here.
brothers in the house.
So
yeah.
glad to be here.
So glad that you're here.
It's amazing. I'm sitting with intelligence, beauty.
Come on, give us some more.
And you all so happen to have a suntan.
Look, you're really showing, girl. You sure you haven't been to the beach
I
already?
haven't been yet.
Oh, wow.
But you wait till I come back.
All shades of the spectrum.
Got all
That's what I'm talking
shades.
about. That's
Right.
what life is about.
Yes.
That's what life is
indeed.
all about. We have here brother Dwayne.
Yes, it's always
Yes.
a pleasure.
Dwayne, tell
Brother,
us what's
brother,
going
brother.
on.
You know, I prepared this, so let me do what we all should do as gentlemen. Take the hat off.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't put it down there.
Thank
You know, I had a plan.
Y'all take
you know.
note out there. Take note. This is what a gentleman
That's what a gentleman does.
That's what
Exactly.
You gotta lead by example.
That's right.
Right?
Thank you so much, Dwayne.
Well,
so
I am so
good.
glad Dwayne called me today, and I'm like saying, hey, can you join us? Come down to the station between 1:30 and 2:30. He said, no. Now, this brother is on the road all the time.
All the time.
So for him to tell me that he could make it, I'm like, no, this is the wrong person.
And
Thank you,
sometimes
thank you,
in
thank
life,
you.
you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be at.
Right.
And then
Sometimes we don't listen. That's why all my board members are women. I'm just saying. Just making it clear, you know. I listen to my mother, love my father, listen to my mother. That's the balance. I need that.
Right.
It's good to be here.
Thank you.
Now, what's coming up here? Well, I got two things to talk about, but one is my Negro League Legends Hall of Fame baseball game every year.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I donate 5,000 tickets every year. And with that said, the tickets are free. You need to go to your website, Sister for Sisters Network. If all of you all are listening, be a guest there. And you can go to my website, www.nllhof.org.
Repeat that again.
www.nllhof.org.
Okay.
And the second thing is coming up. That's going to be August the 18th.
Okay, good.
You don't need a ticket. Just come on in the door. This is my gift back to where I live at. And I have my godson, Rayshawn Lamar, from The Voice this year. He's going to be doing the national anthem. And I have Virginia Ali, owner of the Ben's Chili Bowl. And I'm going to make this announcement. She's throwing out the first pitch ceremony.
There you go.
That's
a
awesome.
sister, right?
Yeah.
Sister on the plate.
All right.
And then
all
also, on August the 22nd, they're celebrating the 60th anniversary.
Oh,
So I'm on that committee right now.
All
You know,
right.
you want to show up. So definitely go up to the Lincoln website and get your ticket. It's going.
All
but
right.
this is our history. Don't talk about that.
That's right. That's right.
And then one thing I want to add to with your health issues, it's interesting when we talk about heart and heart disease. And I think the education is more of most of the medication was never developed for us of color.
Right. Yeah.
I went to
That's
an
a good
event
point.
where the gentleman sat there in Anne Arundel County, and he said, had all of us sitting there, about 300 African Americans in their mix, and he said, you know what, we did a study. And our study now, we can tell you about when you're going to have a heart attack as a male. They've been doing this study. This was like 5 years ago.
Wow.
Roger Leonard, the Dodger, Sugar Ray Leonard's brother and I.
Yeah.
Him and I went together because this was interesting. Doug Williams was there. But the gentleman sat up there in tears, and he said, the sad thing about it is, and y'all have to forgive me, I'll make this apology, we never had one African American in the study.
Wow.
So they're putting you all on notice.
So that
let
let you know right there.
Let you know
So
what's
it's all
up.
good.
Yep.
You know, this subject has to be continued.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have to make the community aware. We have to snatch their attention.
Yes.
Because it's serious. And we want our babies to grow up, and we want them to grow up strong.
Yeah.
Because they are our future.
Right.
And we can only look after our people, our children.
That's right.
We are a community, and we have to continue educating each other.
That's right.
Pull each other. If you see them eating something they should not be eating, let them know.
Let them know.
But most importantly, just read about it yourself. I learned so much on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and just
Exactly.
get immersed in things that has happened
That's
to people. There's so many good things that's on the internet. You don't even have to read a book anymore.
Yeah.
Just go to the internet.
But you
balance
can,
your
but you
information.
hear,
Right. The
but you
information
hear
is there.
family members who
Right.
complain about their health. That's a warning sign right there. Just listening to the stories of your family
That's
members.
right.
to 'em.
Know your
And
family
know
history.
Your family
Know your
history.
family history.
And you know what? The reason we all eat the same as our
Right.
families. That's why we
Right.
end up with the same
Exactly.
conditions.
Duplication.
I'll share one
But
thing.
this is to be continued.
Okay.
We gotta go, guys. I hate that. Oh,
Well, we gotta come back. Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for showing up, and you all have a safe weekend, the rest of your weekend. Take care of your health. Leave that macaroni and cheese alone. It's not just eat one mac. That's it. See y'all.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Take that hat off.
Take that. Oh, my.